In this video, we're exploring 3 techniques from pattern Dan Gun. The 3 techniques are going to be the knife and guard, the knife and strike, just so we can see the difference, demonstrate the difference, understand the difference, as well as the twin forearm block. When you're looking at these movements, again, just for clarification, some books will tell you one way, some another, some masters one way, some another way too. But generally speaking, your knife and guard will be closed to open and it'll draw in a diagonal. Doesn't cross. Guards don't tend to cross, blocks do. Certain strikes do. But when you're looking at guards that have a diagonal draw and they'll land in a finished position, fist up, fist out, looking at angles on arms, lines off shoulders, but most importantly comes on a diagonal. The knife and strike will come more circular, but it's a little bit more extended. Can you see that movement there? So my striking arm, my slightly more active arm really that engages my opponent is straight. The other one pulls into my hip. We've spoken in previous videos about equal and opposite reaction force stuff, and that's that all day long. Diagonal draw, knife and guard, knife and strike hand cross, so you're open en route. That's the technique. If you want a quick demonstration of how this stuff works, do you want to do the knife and guard on me? So what I like is, it's a good spacer. You can control space between your opponent here, but you can actually check, lock, or hit somebody across the clavicle and the chest with that movement. So Thomas, set yourself up, sir, for a forearm opposite way diagonal draw, and it's going to go across into there. Excellent. So when you're looking at angles and positions, go up and in. That could be the movement. For me, I'd probably go a little bit more forearm across the chest. So you're pretty much doing that. Yeah, go again, up. Feels different, doesn't it? You can feel that straight away, nice and strong. The knife and strike, if Thomas was to come up in with a punch, do a punch for me as a line, I could be grabbing, equal and opposite reaction force again. We've done this, I know, on previous videos. That's the kind of movement I'm creating. That's the technique, knife and strike. Awesome. Last but not least, the twin forearm block. Lots has been written and discussed about the twin forearm block. For me, it's a really good drill for not just blocking 2 places simultaneously, but also creating space. If I can compare it very loosely to the wedging block, you know how it separates a twin-handed grab, strike or push. Well, I use the twin to do a very similar thing, and one of the reasons why I do that is just to highlight the importance or value of it into things like one-yos, harangues, as you change the lines into additional movements. So if Thomas is going to grab me with 2 hands, my wedging block could do this before I go. But the twin forearm could also do a similar thing, do the same movement, but put me on a diagonal. It creates space. It creates space. So with one-yos, could be that. Go again, double push. It could be harangue. If you think about the upset punches, should come a little bit higher. It's that kind of movement. You're in. Here's an alternative one for you. This is one that I always use. How about a simultaneous block and strike? That's almost a side hammer fist. Can you see that if you guys have done that one? Let me turn your head to one side, mate. Look at where the jawline fixes just underneath the earlobe. That one is a strike. That's massive. So if Thomas were to put a hook punch off that one hand, I could be blocking and striking. I don't know if you can see that. Can you see that as a movement? Slow-mo, up, boom, block inside. Let's switch sides. Same arm, just so the guys can see it. I'm covering. Wait, that's almost a hand cross, isn't it? For the start of the technique in Dan Gun. And so push outwards and clear. Go again. I'm enjoying that way too much. Punch, round. That's my technique. Explore the twin forearm. That for me is quite a useful little technique. I hope that makes sense. Hopefully you enjoyed that video. Techniques in Dan Gun. Of course, there are other ones in there too. If you do have any questions or queries, drop the comments in the thread below. I look forward to seeing you in the next video.